Hey Jay, Mom here. Do you remember this photograph? You were sitting on the breakers at Pimlico Beach in Maine. We had been discussing future plans. As you gazed out into the Atlantic, I stepped back and took this picture. I knew it would be worth more than words. This is my special tribute on behalf of our family to my favorite son. Yes, I know you will say, but Mom, I'm your only son. But you are still my favorite son. I asked for input from family and friends regarding this message. These words are not just my words, but words compiled from the entire family's input to your program tonight. Of course, I have 10,000 stories about your physical size, and that is not what I want to share. Rather, I want to share about the size of your heart, the depth of your family's love for you, the depth of my love for you. When you were 3 years old, you changed your name. You announced to the family that your name was not Jason. You were JJ. That always baffled me. But you finally got us all trained. You would simply cross your arms and ignore any attempts to talk to you when addressed by your given name, Jason. Then, in another baffling move, when you turned 5, I addressed you by your name, JJ. You turned to me very matter-of-factly and stated, "Oh, by the way, I'm done with that name. You can say Jason again." I stood there shocked in my shoes, then the giggles poured out. It was the hint of years to come. You're not defiant by any stretch of the imagination. You've been a joy to raise, know, and watch grow. However, you know what you like, dislike, will tolerate, will not tolerate. You know your own heart, faith, and mind, and you're unwavering on the points that matter most. But we still call you Jay. Most lately, Uncle Jay. By age 5, you had developed a social awareness and became sincerely concerned when you found out that you were not old enough to vote in the next presidential election. By age 7, I remember a very serious conversation with you. You were concerned about how you would make a living for your wife and kids. That was a fun one. I had to address it seriously, but I had to suppress the giggles and the desire to simply scoop you up and kiss you. By age 10, you decided to commit your life to Christ through baptism. We gathered our family up at the church building and witnessed the birth of a new brother in Christ. It was the precursor of years to come. Your quiet faithfulness often left folks thinking you really had nothing to say. Still water does, indeed, run deep. By age 15, you went to Casa de la Esperanza in Mexico to work with the children, accompanying your grandma, Jen, and Uncle Charlie with the church's mission group. You were out of the country doing the work of your heart when your grandpa left this physical world. Just before your 18th birthday, you walked into a burning house knowing that Val was at home alone. You asked him, "What should I grab?" Wisely, you both left everything where it sat, and you left the house with your lives intact. The breadth of your shoulders was tested in the days and weeks that followed that event. You never missed a day of school, and your grades never wavered. I know your back and your mind were sore from all the work that you did to help this family recover. When asked to help, you grin, you hug, you never begrudge. So here is my statement about your physical size. You are the genetic manifestation of a family of men with physical prowess. You are required to have a body sized large enough to fit the heart and soul that exists within you. You put a protective arm around your grandma or kiss me on top of the head, and my heart soars. Your sisters, biologically speaking, are half-siblings of yours, and biologically speaking, Val is your stepfather. However, in this family, there are no half or step anyone. You are brother, son, grandson, best man, cousin, nephew, uncle. Most of all, to all of us, you are a great friend. I want to share some of the thoughts that Jen provided. Jason, I just wanted to let you know that you are sincerely one of the coolest people I know. What makes you so cool is that you're solid in the person you are, regardless of what others think. That may set you apart from others and may make you weird at times, but that's what makes you such an incredible person. I'm proud to call you my brother. The best advice that I can give is something that I know you've heard repeatedly from Grandpa. To panic is to die. The next step out of high school is a scary one. It's a leap of faith. Take everything one day at a time. Find balance between school, friends, and work. Don't take a single moment for granted because they are moments that you will never see again. Most of all, devote yourself to find the wisdom that comes from God and learn to follow His lead. I'm so proud of the man He has created you to be, and I'm excited to see what He has in store for your future. And from your sister Jessica. Jay, sit back and smile to yourself and think of how much you have accomplished and put behind you. You've reached the end of a familiar road and are about to turn onto a new highway of adventure, bright prospects, and new responsibilities. If you need a hand on your shoulder for comfort, call on your sister who has and will love you every step of the way. Never miss an opportunity to show kindness, fairness, and love to those around you. Similar to the girls' reminders, I will share a few words of wisdom from your grandpa. You are one paycheck away from poverty. Plant trees. Don't forget where you left me. In the future, you will look down at your hands and see your grandpa's hands. You are already fulfilling a role with your niece Jillian that would have made your grandpa so very proud. You're already doing his job. When I see the breadth of your shoulders with the tiny little blonde girl in the crook of your arm, bossing you around as you grin easily and divert her assertions without enraging her, I see your grandpa. To close my address to you, I want to share a note written by my dear friend Willa. She has only known you for a little while, but through me and through a kindred heart and faith, Willa knows you. Jason, everything your parents and grandparents have instilled in you from birth is about to be called into play. At times, their concerns and talks didn't make sense, but they were preparing you for this journey. At times, you will feel alone and know that Jesus is always with you. Act always in love. Put on the whole armor of God daily. Please know that God has something special just for you. A quote from 1 Peter 2:9. But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people belonging to God, that you may declare praises of Him who called you out of the darkness into His wonderful light. Jay, no matter where you go, what you do, you will always be my baby boy for the rest of your life, but you will also be my amazing grown son, the one with the wind at his back and the sun in his face. You will ride on wings of eagles. God will set your path and light your way. He already has.